Greetings family, peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru and thanks for visiting my channel. Well family, welcome to my station first and foremost. This video is going to be a little different than what I normally do. We're going to do a little review of a video that I just got finished watching not long ago called The Black Races and How to Handle Them. I'm not going to leave this Bedwench's name. I'm just gonna say that by the time you finish watching what she has to say and listen to her rhetoric and just exactly what she's spewing, you'll get the gist of what a true black racist truly is. She gives you all the highlights of what one is and how a black racist will of course go against their own kind and tell whoever it is, anyone who isn't black and who will listen, they'll go and tell them everything about what you're doing. That's what a black racist does. That's all they are, and that's exactly what she is. So let's take a listen.
Here she comes to wreck the day.
This video is all about how to handle the black racists. We've all had those people, we thought things were going well, and then all of a sudden they bust out this whole black racist routine, and you're just wondering what happened. So this video is all about how to handle those people in those situations. So let's get a little bit of background on the black racists. You have your black racists that's on YouTube and make YouTube videos, and those are probably paid shills, trolls. Mr. Steinberg put them there to kind of control the narrative. So then you have your everyday black person that has taken this on, got a nice chip on their shoulder, and now they're in front of you, and they're repeating these stupid buzzwords like internalized racism, systemic oppression, big vocabulary words that make them feel smart.
Bullshit detected. Bullshit detected.
Okay, so let me just say that she first starts off with stereotypes, of course. That's usually how the racists operate. They operate with stereotypes. She claims that black YouTubers are most likely funded trolls, funded by some Steinberg or Steinbeck person who I have no idea what she's talking about. Or if you're not a paid troll, she says that you're a black person with an obvious chip on your shoulder. Nope, she doesn't have anything to say about the white people. That's besides the point. It has nothing to do with this conversation. Nor does she have any kind of guidelines on how to recognize a white racist. She's only talking about black racists. Why? Because that's all she knows. It's all she knows what to talk about. And that's why I say that you're going to learn a lot from this black racist. She's going to teach you all the talking points and all the little methods that black racists do. You might not have known before, but after you watch her video, you'll know quite well what a true black racist is. Just keep watching this person. Keep watching and keep listening. Now, another interesting point I wanted to bring up is her point of the fact that black racists, in her words, use big words. Words that are hard for her to understand. Therefore, she'd wish you not use any kind of complicated words. Just use small, simple words. After all, she's a trailer park trash girl. She lives in a trailer park, so you can't expect her to know big words. Nothing of sophistication. But anyways, let's continue.
And vocabulary words that make them feel smart. One thing that the black racists will do is to try to get into your mind. They'll say, you're a racist. To somebody like me, they'll say, I'm a self-hater. So they're always attempting to get in here and tell you what you're thinking. So I'm going to do that in this video, and I hope it gets right under your skin.
So family, let's get this straight. She claims that we are going to call her a self-hater, and that, well, white people are racist. Even though those things are probably true, she believes that we're gonna call her that. Well, we are gonna call white people racist if they truly are, and when they show it. That's without a doubt. We're not gonna stop doing that just because we get a few ignorant retards who come along and want to protect white supremacy. That's not gonna happen. Also, you're not talking for black people. You're only speaking for yourself. I get that. But with that said, someone has to come along and push you down the right street, because it's obviously you're going down a one-way street and you're going the wrong way. So let's continue. By the way, Missy, where do you get off thinking that all black people are the same? You get off on that. That's exactly what we hear, is that you are trying to speak for all black people. And what's happening is you're enjoying the benefits of all these white people coming to your channel, supporting you financially, giving you money just to speak negatively on the behalf of black people. Well, guess what? You're going to be exposed for it. So let's continue.
Racist has taken on this everybody hates me mentality, and I'm just this poor victim, and everybody hates me, and if a white person got a chance, they would just shoot me dead in the street, you know? So that's how everybody that's a black racist sort of thinks about you. Regular old white person that just goes to work every day. They think that you secretly want to kill them. And we all know that that's crazy. There's very few people in the world that would feel that way. But according to these black racists, every white person is secretly harboring this deep hate for black people. All dead.
You lie! You lie!
I'm not disturbed, but it's so typical of someone suffering from niggeritis and Coonderia. When they're suffering from Coonderia, they'll speak on behalf of all of black people, and then they'll turn around and say, but we know that that's not true, that all white people don't want to kill them. Very few think or feel that way. She speaks on behalf of all of white people and says very few think and feel hatred towards black people, but yet she'll speak highly against all of black people. She'll wrap us all up in one brushstroke and say that we're all this way, but yet white people is very few that hate black people. Very few. It's just a figment of our imagination. Well, family, I'm going to go a little bit more with this, but I think I'm going to turn in for the night. I have to go to work tomorrow. I think I'll do a part 2 to this Bedwench who suffers from niggeritis and Coonderia. I'm going to do a little bit more of her right here, do one more comment on it, and then I'm going to call it a night. But please do subscribe so you can tune in to part 2 of this video as we uncover this Bedwench who suffers from niggeritis and Coonderia. Let's continue.
This big apocalypse is coming. This big race apocalypse is coming, and I'm going to get my wake-up call one day. I'm going to wake up and see that all the black people have been right all along and that these white people want me dead. So that's kind of where they're coming from. So how can you reason with someone who tells you what's in your head? Really?